Howdy, folks. Howdy. Hope everyone's well. If you're expecting the game, it ain't going to be on YouTube. But yeah, hope everyone's well. Alex here, nice and early. Daryl, as always, just with the name, nothing else. Dingle, you got faith in FC? I kind of do, little bit, but I'm still leaning towards KR in my opinion. Finn's nervous, understandable. I think if I were in your position, Finn, all I'd be thinking about is just a good effort. Just a good effort would be fine. Isn't the game delayed? Does it take account of the delay? Yes, it's pushed back by 5 minutes. So I don't know how loud the alert's going to be. I'll mute as quickly as I can if it's going to be super duper loud. But we should be alright. Hope everyone's well. Got a decent number of people here nice and early. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Trying to get to 12k by the end of the year. What we at right now? 11,683. If you could leave a thumbs up on the stream, helps to get out there to more people as well. So if you could do that, it'd be great. Yeah, there's a QR code on the screen because I've started the proper Patreon membership now. So if you want to become a member, you can do. If you want to scan the QR code, or there's a link in the description. First member was Kieran, the Sainted Jester. He got straight in there. What a guy. You're in Egypt, can't find it anywhere? That's unfortunate, Andy. Do you have a VPN, Andy? Do you have a VPN? That's the first question. If you turn your phone off, the alert won't appear. I was under the impression that your phone would... would your phone turn back on? I don't know, that might just be a stupid thought, but... A bit more of this. Get me going. Well, I'm going to keep it on anyway. Because I'm a renegade, an absolute rebel. Let's do a run through of the team lists. Let's have a little talk about him. Look at the poll real quick. 10 votes, 60% say that Hull KR is going to win this one. So, the team lists. For Hull Kingston Rovers, in the backs they have Morg, Davies, Hiku, Broadbent, Booth, Lewis and May. The forwards include Whitbread, Litton, Warrior Hargreaves, Hadley, Batchelor and Minchella. On the bench is Luckley, Tanganoa, Dorrow and Leyland, and then Brown is the 18th man. For Hull FC, in the backs they have Kemp, Briscoe, Rapiner, Litton, Martin, Cust and Caesar. The forwards include Ashworth, Borough, Watts, Hardacre, Lane and Aiden. On the bench they have Fash, Gardner, Laidlaw and... Bear with me. Are there two Kemps? I definitely went off the team list that Hull FC posted. How did I... Oh, it's L Kemp and C... Right, okay. L Kemp and C Kemp. There's two Kemps. So, L Kemp, Start and C Kemp. I don't know their names, actually. But I'll update that. I was so confused for a second then. Yeah, so it's Fash, Gardner, Laidlaw and Kemp. And then Moy is 18th man. Lloyd and Callum. Gotcha. Do you know what? I might put the full names on just so I don't... just so I know them. So like when I look at the team list, I can just see it. Callum's a halfback, loads of what? Right, okay, gotcha. But you can't tell who's on the pitch. I guess we'll see. Colour boots help. Difference in haircut would also help. But I'll look at boots, number. So we'll see. We'll get there. Burgess injured? I'm not too sure, actually. Catch after the game. Alright. Well, sounds good anyway, Finn. Sounds good. It's chucking it down a bit over there. Tis chucking it down. Oh yeah, Kevin's there as well. Why finish 8th in the table? Yeah. Yeah. Great. Your prediction if KR win is 28-16 and FC win it's 26-12. Okay, interesting. Learn the numbers quick. Well, at least Lloyd's going to be starting, so that'll be easy enough. Your cousins are Kemp. Wonder if any relation? Well, you're going to find out, haven't you? What do you think of the performance yesterday, mate? It was so... as one of the quietest or most unanimated I've ever been at the Halliwell Jones. Just like, I sat there like this the whole time. The whole time. I clapped maybe twice. I think our second try was quite good, which came in like with 5 minutes to go. But I was just so... I don't know, I was bored, really. We were dreadful. It was like Saints against Wigan. We were gifted a lot. Like, we got up the field. There was a lot that we were gifted, and we sometimes got up the field ourselves. We just kept dropping the ball. We just kept dropping the ball. It was so painful to watch. Like, Snead's kicking, though, is the only consistent positive thing this year, I think. His kicking is unbelievably world class. Without Snead, we could be a lot worse off. I cannot even tell you just how good his kicking is. It is so important. But we looked void of ideas, completely flat, had no presence up front. Defensively, we were quite poor on plenty of occasions. They had a lot of line breaks, and I think the scoreline flattered us, at least in the first half anyway, being 10-0. It just, they had a lot of breaks, but it just didn't amount to points in the end, because we kind of like scrambled and shut it down. But my God, we were dominated by Lee. We genuinely were, all game. The half-time scoreline didn't show that, but we were dominated. And Umaila Hanley, again, dominated. So, get him in the England squad. Just saying. Just saying. Caesar about to have a Snead masterclass at Wembley. We'll see. Callum is number 30, Lloyd is 34. Gotcha. I was laughing at one point, especially when Snead kicked the ball out. Yes. And for those that didn't see the Wire game yesterday, you know, thinking let's get a response at home, final home game of the season. First thing that happens, Snead kicks off, out on the full. I was more annoyed than pleased that we scored those 2 tries at the end. I was kind of pleased with the second try because of the fact that we did, you know, we looked quite good, but we chose not to show up until, you know, so late in the game. Took us all that time to get there. 70 minutes to actually turn up. But for this one, anyway, let's get on to this game. We've got 12 minutes to go, because it's been pushed back by 5 minutes, of course, due to the alarm situation. I think just because of, you know, because the option's missing for Hull FC, it's going to be a lot harder today, of course. Price would have been helpful to open up the edges. I do think Custon Caesar's run game is decent. You know, they can both kick, they can both run as well, actually. Caesar's had a fair few line breaks. Or half a break that's resulted in an offload, that kind of thing. Aiden kind of in that loose forward role. Are they going to be able to move the ball as cleanly, you know, across the park? We will see. Ashworth, I do like Ashworth. Watts is a big body as well, though. So I think maybe... I think FC might be able to manage the battle up front fairly well to start. I think they'll start okay up front. I still think Hull KR might win the battle up front, push them back more, that kind of thing. Watts is going to be huge in this game, though. I think he's going to be the most important asset up front for Hull FC. I think it's when rotations come in. So once we see, luckily, Tanganoa especially, I think Doro's shown a lot of positive signs as well. Once those 3 guys start coming on, when we start rotating, that's when KR start to find the advantage, I think. But, as with any underdog, basics. They are so important. So as long as Caesar and Cust, as long as they're kicking to the corners, as close to the corners as you can possibly get it, as close as possible, complete your sets, get to the kick to the corners, chase as a line, stay disciplined defensively off the back of it, and your defensive line speed needs to be quick. So all you got to do, as a bare minimum, focus on that. Don't worry too much about moving the ball around. I think when KR have looked most vulnerable, that's been against Leeds and Leeds again, and Wigan the first time that they played, because they started moving the ball. I'd say move the ball early in the set and in the tackle count. Don't worry about forcing it. Just spread the defence. That's all you got to do. Just get the ball to your centres. They can take the carries down the edges. Spread the defence. That's all you got to do. Don't force it, but complete your sets. That's all they've got to do. It's actually quite a basic game plan that FC need to follow. They do need to elevate. They need to raise their levels. Obviously defend well. But as a bare minimum, basics. They'll keep them in this game. So knowing that we only decided to pass it around if there's 10 minutes left and we're losing, yeah, it was getting on my nerves. It just annoyed me more than anything, and being happy that we scored tries. FC being the underdogs is so crazy. It's like Wigan being the underdogs to Lee. Well. How the turntables, Alex? Excited to see what signings Warrington make. Well, obviously there's Pangai Jr. is confirmed. Liam Byrne was rumoured ages ago, but the club actually hasn't confirmed it yet. Toa Sipley confirmed. Brian Kelly is latest rumour. Is there anyone else? Not yet, anyway. Not yet. A few minutes till the dreaded alarm. Oof. So a quick reminder, there's a poll in the live stream chat. If you've not voted on that, please do. 17 votes, 59% say Hull KR is going to win. If you could leave a thumbs up on the stream, just below. There's a little guy doing that. Helps to get out there to more people, that'd be splendid. Not too confident in Pangai Jr. and Sipley. Pangai Jr. needs more effort in his carries next season. He's got a big body. He just needs to his attitude needs to improve. Sipley, I don't know what your beef is with Sipley. I think he's a great impact player. He's sort of size-wise a bit of a mix between prop and second row. So he's not the biggest body, but he is a bit of a handful. He runs well. Well, he runs hard. He's like that Philbin type style of running. It's like just all systems go. So Toa Sipley runs hard, and he's a bit of a handful to bring down. Suspended, isn't he? Yes, he is. He is. But he can be a bit of a handful. Doesn't mind trying to get an offload as well, which one to need more of. Especially if we're losing Vaughan. He was the only one that actually tried to get offloads. And Matteson, when he joined, tried to get offloads. But on top of all that, Burgess needs to fix our defence. Gleeson needs to actually get our attack in tune and actually looking creative. So we'll see. We will see. There's 1 minute to go. I'll have the mute ready because this could kill our ears. Watch it just not go off. It certainly does, Dingle. It certainly does. It was 3 o'clock, wasn't it? The old thing, just waiting on it to destroy me. So yeah, we've got about roughly 5 minutes to go till kick-off. You're about to go dead. Interesting. Deaf. Kia, it's 3 o'clock, mate. Kia? Well. Okay. Well, there's nothing yet. It'll pop up out of nowhere. Kieran, the Sainted Jester, is here. The first Patreon member. You love to see it. If you want to become a member, you see all the perks. Just scan the QR code. There. But if you've got an exact score prediction as well, let me know your thoughts. We've got 60 people here already before kickoff. It's almost like people give a shit about this game. Is that it? Just okay. Just click OK and that's it. Right. I didn't really read it. Does anyone know what it said? Anyway. Who to score first? Go on, Kieran. Let us all know who's scoring first. I'm going to say, because I nailed it with Frankie Holton last week, or the week before, whenever it was. And I was wearing this t-shirt as well. First try scorer, let's go. Let's go. Who's going to be first? Who's going to be first? Who is going to score first? Hull KR, play the ball. Inside the red zone. Right at the posts. They shift it left. It's with Minchella. Pops it across to Mikey Lewis. And he steps off his left foot. Back towards the middle. Finds Arthur break. Support from Morg on his right, offloads it, and he goes in close to the sticks. There you go. Arthur Morg, first try of the game. There you go. And that's how it's going to happen. It's not, but we'll see. You never know. Imagine that actually happens now. Imagine. It said, this will play if there's any life-threatening situations in you. Okay. Sounds good. You're going with Broadbent KR by 16? Okay. Alright, okay. They're going through the team list, so I will as well. If you guys haven't voted on the poll in the live stream chat, vote on who you think is going to win. And if you've got an exact score prediction, let me know your thoughts in there. I'll get mine in a sec as well. So the lineups. For Kingston Rovers, in the backs they have Morg, Davies, Hickey, Broadbent, Booth, Lewis and May. The forwards include Whitbread, Litton, Warrior Hargreaves, Hadley, Batchelor and Minchella. The bench is Luckley, Tanganoa, Dorrow, Leyland and Brown is the 18th man. Hull FC in the backs have Lloyd Kemp, Briscoe, Rapiner, Litton, Martin, Cust and Caesar. The forwards include Ashworth, Burrow, or it's Burrow actually, apparently. Watts, Hardacre, Lane and Aiden. The bench is Fash, Gardner, Laidlaw and Callum Kemp, and then Moy is the 18th man. You think JWH will do 2 somersaults and run 50 metres and score under the sticks? I want to say Alex has lost it. Nah, it could happen. You just never know these days. You never know. I was going to make a really bad joke then, Dingle, but I'm just caught myself and yeah. Yeah, I was gonna make a bad joke then. Emergency test pretty much saying, yeah, everyone's dead. Oh dear. Okay, I was gonna say, like, if you're saying if there's any kidnappings near you, and I check it to get the emergency, and it's like kidnapping. It's like yeah and no. And then I pull the rope a bit tighter and pull it. Moving on. I am the danger, Skylar. I'm harmless. I promise you I'm harmless. Anyway. What did I say for a score? Let's have a gander. Teams are coming out. My exact score prediction was 28-12 to Hull KR. All right. Players are coming out. We've got a bit of Seven Nation Army playing. But you know what we can play? Let's go, folks. Let's go, champ. Are we going to spot a wild Josh? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, first try scorer, Arthur Morg. Hull KR play it in the red zone, right at the sticks. In centre field to Minchella, then to Lewis. Steps off his left foot. Gets off a break, offloads to Morg on his right, kind of inside to support. Goes in near the sticks. There you go. It's locked in. Atmosphere already starting out well. Question, the fake fan stuff. Where do they actually come from? Is it just the neutrals and Hull picking the better side of the two teams? What do you mean? What do you mean by the fake fan stuff? I'm not too sure what you mean, Alex. Hull KR will kick off in a second. They will get us underway. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hull Derby. And we are underway. Hull Kingston Rovers will kick to Hull FC. Collected by Martin, hands the ball off to Watts, and he's slammed into and put into the dirt. He's going to put some dirt in your eye. Next carry. Up the guts. A few metres shy of the 20. Burrow at dummy half. Down the short side left. Over the 20. From Lane. Burrow pushing off, I think that was Hickey that was in the way. Scoots from dummy half, and then Lytton puts him into the dirt as well. Ashworth with the next carry. Over the 30. So pretty aggressive carries and tackles to start. Plenty of defenders from Hull KR getting involved. And out the back from Burrow to Caesar. Kicks from his own 30. Plenty of height. Distance looks okay, but collected on the 30 by Morg. So it's a decent place to start the set. Anywhere I can watch the game live other than Sky. VIP Row? VIP ROW.NU. You didn't hear it from me. VIP ROW.NU. Apparently. Rumours. 6 again for Hull Kingston Rovers. Nearly a minute and a half gone. They are 40 metres out. Warrior Hargreaves with the carry straight up. Ashworth involved in a tackle there. So is Burrow. Second tackle. Lytton goes left to Minchella. Switches back to Hadley. You're welcome, Ruben. You're welcome. Minute 40 on the clock. Third tackle. There's a balloon on the field. Let's have a party. May with a carry down the right edge. Gets an offload to Morg. Cuts back towards the middle. It's now with Mikey Lewis. Looking towards the left edge. Carries it up towards the 30. Nearly a high shot there. 2 more tackles to go. Broadbent on his right to Warrior Hargreaves. Now 25 metres out. Last tackle for the Robins. In centre field, Lytton goes left to Mikey Lewis. We've seen this plenty of times before. Kick towards the back left. Collected on the full by Briscoe. Steps past one. Eats up a few metres and is brought down just short of his own 10. Cust hands the ball off to Rapiner. He takes it slightly over the 10 in centre field. Kemp at dummy half. Next carry from Martin. Picked up and slammed into the ground. Burrow down the left-hand side with Lytton. Over the 20. Good defence here from KR to start. Watts with the next carry. Up towards the 30. Last tackle now for FC. Burrow. Out the back to Caesar. Under a bit of pressure from Hadley. Gets the kick away. Collected 25 out from Arthur Morg. There's a few rough patches on that pitch there. 7 past a few. Up towards the 40. That's a great return from Arthur Morg. A few metres shy of halfway. Do you guys remember when that pitch was awful? It's like last year or maybe the year before. I think it was last year. Mate, there were some games that pitch was just not good. Just over 3 minutes gone. Next carry from Broadbent through centre field. Takes it over the halfway line. Nearly 3.5 minutes gone. Third tackle for the Robins. Lytton goes right to Whitbread. Whitbread's been great. He's been great. Ever since he's been getting regular starts in the front row, instead of coming off the bench, I think he's been fantastic. Bit of space for Lytton behind the ruck. Eats up good meters. Up towards the 20. Last tackle, the ball pops out. And it's going to be a penalty for the Robins. Interference in the ruck. I just kind of missed that. There's a hand on the ball from... I didn't see who it was. From Burrow. Yeah, that's probably fair. Probably fair. What will the Robins choose to do? Regular viewers will know that I do not like going for two here. Willie Peters wants a two. I'm not against it. I just would prefer them to tap and go. Run it. Yeah, that's my preference. Is like, this is exactly what England did against Samoa in the second Test match. I think it was the second one. You have the field position. It's 0-0. You have the field position. It's early on. Just tap and go. Build pressure. Back yourselves to either score points or get a repeat set. You have to get with going for two. You have to guarantee. Now the thing is, for KR it helps, right? If typically you got the smaller pack, it's harder for you to get up the field. Don't go for two. But for KR it might be easier. But if you go for two, you have to make sure you get up the field. He's missed it anyway. He's actually missed it, but it's a 20-meter dropout. But the idea that I have for this is like, you've got the field position, use it. Back yourselves either to score, or to get a repeat set, or to just defend well off the back of it if you turn the ball over inside the 10 maybe. But if you convert that, you have to get the ball at the field again. Who missed? It was Artem Morg. So it's all the way back to KR's own 20. Oof. JWH is smashed into. Takes it up towards a 30. No, Norman Finkelstein. Some people still don't know about the legend that is. Oh, sorry, that's for Tiny Mill. My bad. I need a name for him, but he's Norman Finkelstein. 67. Went to MIT. Can't find anywhere to watch the game on FC Supporter and your boyfriend's a KR Supporter. So it's a big game for us both. I'm watching you to see the score. Well, I'm doing my best with the commentary. So we'll see. Hickey with the next carry over the 40. Lytton, next carry from Minchella over the halfway line in centre field, gets an offload to Morg down the right edge, cuts back towards the middle, stepping up towards the 40. 6 minutes 45 seconds on the clock. Lytton at dummy half on the fourth tackle, left to Lewis, chips the ball towards the back left. Briscoe is trying to get to this one. That's well placed in goal. Collected by Briscoe in goal. Is he going to be tackled in goal? Yes, he is. There's 1, 2, 3, 5 KR defenders. And that is a goal line dropout for FC. Well done, KR. That's a well placed kick from Mikey Lewis. The bounce was perfect. It looked like there was a bit too much on it, but I think maybe the ground. The bounce was slightly fortunate there. Maybe it's the sort of ground in that area of the field. The ball could kind of dent into it slightly, but that was well placed from Mikey Lewis. 7.5 minutes gone, waiting on a dropout here. Paul, good to see you again, mate. Good to see you. Liam Morris 6 again, happy. They love it. They love it. So it's a low-driven dropout from Hardacre up towards the 40. Warrior Hargreaves straight into Ashworth. And he's going to be stopped just over 30 metres out. 8 minutes on the clock. Lytton, right of centre field, back towards the middle with May. Switches back to Whitbread. He takes it over the 30. I predicted 28-12 to KR in my predictions video. It's with May down the left edge. Out the back to Mikey Lewis. Up towards the 20. Steps off his left foot. Slips over. He's going to play this on the third tackle over on the left-hand side of the field. Broadbent on his right to May. Then to Whitbread with the next carry. Brought down about 12 metres out. 8.5 minutes on the clock. Fourth tackle. Litton. Right to Minchella. Out the back to May. Under pressure from Caesar. He's wrapped up on the 10. Good defence there from Caesar. Last tackle. Just right at the post. Litton. Goes down the short side right across to Morg. Then across to Hiku. And he's going to be wrapped up and dragged into the touchline. Or dragged over the touchline, I should say. Well done, me. So well done, Hull FC. Dealing with that pressure. I've had to deal with a little bit so far in the last few minutes. Caesar and Hiku going at it. Keep it calm. Keep calm. But FC will now have possession, just over 9 minutes gone. Nine and a half minutes on the clock. Wrapping up with the next carry, taking it over the 10. A few metres shy of the 20. Hardacre with the carry down the right edge over the 20. Approaching 10 minutes. Next carry. It's from Watt. Spins past Warrior Hargreaves, but three other defenders pushing back slightly. FC really struggling to make ground at the moment. On the third tackle, Caesar will kick from behind the 20. 20-40 maybe. Great distance on this. Sleek surface will help it get over the 10. That's a great kick from Caesar. And they'll play this ball 25 out from their own try line. Hull KR are actually second best for metres conceded. Fair dues. St Helens the only team that are better. Oh, they're actually level with Leeds. Wakefield. Oh, they're up there too. They're up there. Interesting. So this will be tricky for FC to make metres. So that's why I said before the game, they've got to complete at a high rate. All they've got to do is complete sets. If they're perfect with ball in hand, KR will make one mistake, or could make one mistake, and that could be the difference maker. Down the short side right with Petiku over the 40. Stopped on the 30. Nearly 11 minutes gone. Fourth tackle near the right touchline. Morg. Now with Litton. Back towards the middle with Warrior Hargreaves. Decent carry. 25 metres out. Last tackle. 11 minutes gone. Litton goes short side right to Morg. Chips the ball towards the back right. Martin is there. Davies goes up. I think Davies knocks it on. Collected by Batchelor. Ripped out of his hands. So yeah, will be a knock on against Davies. So a bit more pressure that FC's been dealing with. Yeah, that's the right call. That is the right call. So Martin, with the first carry of this fresh set, just takes it over the 10. Burrow at dummy half. Apparently Ashworth is struggling a little bit. I can't see him on screen right now, but he's struggling a bit. He looks knackered. Might be hurt. Hardacre with the carry down the right edge, over the 20. 12 minutes gone. Cust. Now with Aiden. Up towards the 30. Fourth tackle. Out the back to Caesar, looking for a kick here. From behind the 30, looking for touch. That's actually not a great kick. That's not a great kick at all. I don't know if it was a 40-20 attempt or not. It goes out, or it kicks basically in front of his own 30, goes out between the 30 and 40 in the other opposite half. That's not a great kick at all. You just gifted them decent field position for a fresh set. You can't do that, Aiden. You can't do that. You're already struggling for metres. You can't actually make mistakes like that. So KR have possession on their own 30. Now it's up towards the 40. Mikey Lewis at dummy half. Next carry from Davies. Through centre field. Good. Metres up towards the halfway line. 13 minutes gone. Possibly 6 again there. No, doesn't get one. Burrow taking his time to get off him, but Warrior Hargreaves with the carry down the right edge. Still going. Great carry up towards the 40. Inside FC territory again. How is that not a 6 again? I don't even know. I don't know. Morg down the right edge. Across to Batchelor. Nearly breaks through the line there. 25 metres out. 4th tackle. Back towards the middle with Litton. Then across to Minchella. Now May. Out the back to Michael Lewis. 3-on-2 possibly. Just bumps off one. That's Cade Cust. Now inside the red zone. Last tackle coming up. Dragged back over the 20. Last tackle for the Robins. 21 metres out. Litton on his right to May. Puts boot to ball. Chips towards the post. Kemp wants to go up. So does Lane. Lane collects it on the full cleanly. And he's brought down just behind his own 10. 14 minutes on the clock. First quarter gone, no points KR. Well, there's still got another 6 minutes in this quarter. KR's definitely had the better territory. I don't think FC's had a single play the ball inside KR's half yet. But they're doing everything that they need to do right now, aside from that one kick from Caesar. But doing what they need to. Cust was slow to get up there. He was in a bit of a weird way. Watts with the next carry through centre field. 14.5 minutes gone. Last tackle for FC. And the back to Caesar. Kicks from behind his own 30. Looking for touch maybe. Bounces just over Davies, but collects it on his own 20. Cuts back towards the middle. Over his 30. And plays it just short of the 40. So again, KR starting a fresh set in decent field position here. May on his right to Hiku. Decent meters up towards the halfway line. 15 minutes gone. Second tackle. May on the right edge comes back towards the middle now with... Who even is that? I actually couldn't tell. Who the hell was that? I genuinely could not tell who that was then. Oh, 3:05 kickoff? Yes, that is it. Briscoe. So there was a turnover there. I just missed it, actually. Yes. Popped out of Whitbread's grasp. Or it might have been partially an offload there. FC have possession halfway, so they will play the ball inside KR territory. It's all over now. Lane with a carry down the left edge up towards the 40. 3 more tackles to go. I would say, don't force anything here. Just find the corners. If you can open them up, fair enough, but just find the corners if you can. There's a bit of a break down the right edge, though. Briscoe slips, and he's stopped on the 30. So they actually had a little bit of a go there. 16 minutes on the clock. 2 tackles to go. Back towards the middle with Cuss. Now Watts up towards the 30. Out the back to Caesar. Kicks towards the back left, putting Davies under pressure. Good chase from Litton. And a bit too much weight on the kick. It's going to be a 20-metre tap. It's a nice idea. It's a nice idea, just not executed cleanly enough. .5 minutes on the clock. KR already up to the 30. And a set restart again. Who is that? Oh, that's Booth. Right. Of course it is. Of course it is. Litton waits at dummy half. Played by Hiku. Now in centre field with Minchella. Out the back to May. Across to Mikey Lewis. Then pops up to Broadbent over FC's 40. 17 minutes gone. There's a strong hit onto Broadbent. Near the left touchline. Back towards the middle with Lewis. Then to Whitbread. Up towards the 30. 2 tackles to go. Litton. Down the short side left. Space behind the ruck. Look for an offload maybe. He evades 3 defenders and makes an extra metre or 2. Last tackle. Near the left edge of the field. Minchella short side left to Lewis. Flat pass across the Broadbent. Good hands down the left edge. And Booth will dive over for the first try of the game. KR take the lead. Great hands. They go down the short side left. Flat pass across the Broadbent. I think they have the numbers there. Lewis isn't happy about something. Not happy about something, but it is 4-0 for KR with a kick to come near the touchline. There we have it. That was nicely done. Simple stuff, but effective. Trying to see if they have the numbers already. Couldn't tell on that angle, but yeah, there you go. 4-0 for the Robins. Returning from 9-game absence, having scored 2 tries in the last appearance against Castleford in June. That's Noah Booth. Look at him go. Game over, says Dingle. Arthur Morg missed his first kick of the day, which was a reasonably easy penalty. This one is now from the left touchline. What can he do? Crowd's going into somebody. Please kick the kick. We shall see. Steps up. The kick is just wide. 19 minutes gone. It stays 4-0. Did we do you a favour, Rob, or was it over for wire? I mean, mathematically it's still on, but it's like realistically it's not going to happen. We kind of messed up. Basically, when we lost to Castleford, we kind of messed it up then. So, FC now only have one job: injure every KR player out there for playoffs. Done well the last 20 minutes without a try. You certainly did. You certainly did. Take the small wins. Timothy, that's a new name in here as well. If it is your first time here, welcome. If it's not, welcome back. KR shifting the ball early in this set here. Second tackle, down the left edge with Broadbent, already up towards halfway. 20 minutes gone. Booth. Now with Hadley. Carries it just short of FC's 40. The ball pops out. And Moore will say it's a knock on. Hi Jay, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. So there's a mistake from Hadley. Three bald geezers in one tackle. No other comment, just putting that out there. Don't know why. But I've said it now. Anyway, possession 65% to Hull KR. They've made 418 metres to FC's 171. They've had 3 play the balls in the red zone. Hull FC have had 0. Without a doubt, going to struggle without SCSC on the pitch. Never mind the other 16 we got out. Yeah. SCSC would have been huge, but I think Watts is still a big body though. He can have a decent amount of presence. We'll see. So decent territory here for FC. If they could answer back soon, that'd be great. It'd certainly give them confidence because they don't want to go like 18 points down and then score and then feel like there's a mountain to climb. If they can at least keep it within range for as long as possible, keeps the morale up. 21.5 minutes on the clock. Third tackle, Burrow, 35 metres out. Next carry from Watts, goes right to Caesar, switches back to Hardacre, takes it over the 30. FC 25 metres out, 2 tackles to go. Burrow, short side right, a little bit wayward, collected by Rapiner, up towards the 20, just over it. So last tackle inside the red zone. Their first play the ball inside the 20. It's with Cust. Kicks slightly crossfield. It's going to land on the 10. Lytton goes up, collects it, and he is stopped 5 metres out. So they turn over the ball, 5 out from the try line. If FC can be disciplined and, have a bit of decent defensive line speed in this set, could help massively with field position. But May will play this 5 metres out for Lytton in a second. Next carry from Davies. Takes it over the 10. 22.5 minutes gone. Morg at dummy half. Right of centre field. That's with Hiku. Stopped just short of the 20. Second tackle, Lytton. In waiting. So now with Broadbent. Stopped 25 out from his own try line. Warrior Hargreaves has gone off. And Tanganoa's come on. Lytton. Left of centre field. On his right to Whitbread with a strong carry over the 40. Few metres shy of the halfway line, but this is not too bad from FC. This could help massively with field position. Short side left to Mikey Lewis. Drills it low. Down the left edge. Collected by Lloyd Kemp. Takes it over the 10. Now the 20. Drag back a metre or two. In an awkward position there. So FC have possession just in front of their own 20. It's now with Briscoe. Eating up a few extra metres there through centre field. 23.5 minutes gone. Martin with the carry down the left edge. Decent 10 metres there. Burrow on the third. Now it's with Aiden. Up towards the 40. 2 more tackles. And finds an extra 3 or 4 metres there. Not too bad from Aiden. It's with Lafash through the middle. Out the back to Cust. Cross to Rapiner. Good metres for Hull FC here. Nearly a break. Good defence there from Broadbent to wrap him up. Oh, Briscoe. Steps past one. It's now with Hardacre. Launches it in centre field to Caesar. Drops it backwards. Ref says play on. And a kick from Kemp. In all the madness towards the back left. Oh, there's a nice bit of spin on that. Collected in goal by Davies. Slips past Martin. Just gets out of the in-goal area. Just. They're a metre in front of their own try line. Hickey with the next carry. Wrapped up 6 out from his own try line. KO under a lot of pressure now. So it looked like a bit of a mess for FC, but this could work out. Just over the 10 in the next carry. Well-placed kick from Kemp. Under pressure and on the run as well. That was nicely done. Broadbent. It's going to be stopped 15 out from his own try line. They're claiming there's a lost ball. KR have lost the ball inside the 20. FC with a fresh set inside the red zone. Chance to answer back. I didn't see anything there, personally, at first. 25 minutes on the clock. I do need to see a replay. Oh, yeah, there we go. Just the angle. I couldn't see it initially. There you go. FC. What can they do here? It's what I said before. As long as they can complete their sets, which is what they've been doing, I maybe need to see, the Caesar potential knock on again. It did go backwards, in my opinion, just first time viewing it, but I need to see it again. But yeah, eventually KR would make a mistake at some point. You just got to be clean yourself. So there's a scrum about 16 metres out in centre field. Burrow goes left to Kemp. Pops up to Lane. So FC 15 metres out near the left touchline right now. Burrow. In centre field with Caesar. Switches back to somebody. Can't see the name yet. I think that's... Yes, it's Laidlaw. Right to Kemp. Then Caesar. Might be spaced down the right here. Wrapping it over the 10. Across to Briscoe. Has to step back inside. Wrapped up by Mikey Lewis. Good defence there. Wrapping it near the right touchline. 6 metres out. Back towards the middle with Cust. Now Lafash. In centre field. 12 metres out. 2 tackles to go. Burrow. Left to Caesar. Pops it across to Lane. He's going to be stopped 5 metres out. Just left of the post. Last tackle. Burrow. In centre field with Caesar. Chips towards the back right. It's not a great kick. Hardacre collects. Would like an offload. He can't get one because he's wrapped. So that's not a great kick from Caesar on the last there. And they'll hand over the ball on the 10. There's half a chance down the right edge there. A few tackles ago. So Morg will play this on the 10. It's now with Booth. First try scorer of the game. Drag back a few metres back towards the 10. 27 minutes gone. May hands it off to Hiku. Up towards the 20. Second tackle. Next carry from Davies. Now up towards the 30. Good metres to start this set. Litton on his left to Minchella, out the back to Lewis. Might go for a bit of a move here, maybe not. Switch back to Tangano up towards the 40 and just over it. So it's the third tackle. And they're already up towards the 40. Now the halfway line with Elliot Minchella. And a few extra metres as well. With an arm around the neck from Lafash. Oh yeah, it was great, Seb. It was great. Out the back to Mikey Lewis on the last tackle. Kicks from 45 metres out. Plenty of height on this one. Briscoe trying to get to it. Collects it on the 10. Hands it off to Kemp. He's under pressure from Batchelor. And we've got a bit of a scrap going on here. Minchella and somebody else. Martin with a carry down the left edge up towards the 20. It's all kicking off. Plenty of defenders in the frame for KR. Up towards the 20 now with FC in possession. Burrow trying to start something with Minchella. And because they were showing the scrap, something happened. Didn't see that because they were showing the scrap. Let's see. So there was a pass from Rapiner to Briscoe. He just straight up drops the ball. Booth collects it. They'll be 30 metres out with a fresh set. Can't be a derby game without a scrap. Absolutely. 29 minutes on the clock. Waiting on the scrum here. 30 metres out. Oh, there's a round of applause for Ben Pearson, who passed away a week ago. There's an image pops up on the screen there. KR in possession, 15 metres out. Whitbread with a carry up towards the 10. I'll stop just short. Second tackle. Great chance for KR to hit double digits possibly. Minchella left to May. Pops up to Tanganoa down the left edge. Stopped on the 10. 10 minutes to go. And a 6 again. May, now Hadley, carries it through centre field. He's going to play this about 6 metres out, just left of the post. Lytton. Out the back to May. A bit of space down the right edge. Kicks the ball through. Decent Jason Batchelor. And Batchelor just knocks on over the dead ball line. It's likely, in my opinion, 20 metre restart, 7 tackle set. Oh, Martin touched that, I think. I think that's the incorrect call. Oh, it's been confirmed. Okay, well, alright. Okay. Up towards the 30. Lafash with the next carry. He's going to play this about 5 metres short of the 40. 9 minutes to go. Aiden with a carry through centre field over the 40. Burrow out the back to Caesar, shifting it right. Now with Hardacre. Had Rapping on his outside, doesn't use him though. Now inside KR territory. I do like that FC's tried to move the ball around a bit. A couple of moments where it's been shaky, but I think if they want to get some success, they need to kind of stretch this defence as much as possible. Because if they just keep going through the middle, they're not going to get anywhere. They've got to move the ball around, which they are doing. They do get a 6 again as well. 8.5 minutes to go. Aiden with a carry over the 40. Hull FC about 35 metres out. With a fresh set. Burrow at dummy half. On his right to Kemp. He goes right to Caesar. Across to Cust. Then wrapping it down the right edge. Up towards the 20. Briscoe waits at dummy half. Near the right hand side of the field. Back towards middle with Cust. On his left to Lafash. Out the back to Caesar. Switches back to Lane. Good tackle there from Lytton. Stops him on the 20. 32 minutes on the clock. Bit of an entanglement here. Eventually plays it for Borough. Right to Cust. Across to Caesar. Pops up to Hardacre. Now 10 metres out. Last tackle. The tackle count on screen hasn't updated, but they try and go short side right. It is knocked on by Mikey Lewis. And that'll be a 6 again. For Hull FC. Just building a bit of pressure. They got some territory. Well, that's what you need to do, just shut it down. Bit more pressure to deal with now for KR. Not had much to deal with so far in this game, but when they've had to, they've been pretty solid. FC doing alright. As long as they keep moving the ball out wide, if they can complete the sets but keep moving the ball out wide, they'll be able to get up the field. So scrum for FC, 10 metres out. Burrow goes right to Cust. Just takes the carry. The ball comes loose, collected by Michael Lewis. Open field, he's through. Over halfway, now the 40, now the 30. No one's in sight. The 10. Michael Lewis grounds it. It's going to go to video ref. And I, too, would like to see this again, but this could be a try for the Robins. Try giving on field. Try giving on field. Video ref will have a look at this one. The clock is stopped on 33 minutes, 33 seconds. Make a wish. Done. Sorted. It's locked in. Who's the ref? It's Liam Moore. Just need to see what happened in the build-up. I thought it was just a strip. That was my initial thoughts. So Cust is then wrapped up by Lewis. Michael Lewis gets a hand on the ball. These video referee plays have been shocking the last few months, actually. This is going to be difficult, actually. So it slips out. Oh. Would that be a KO knock-on? I think it would. The strip is fine. It's a one-on-one, so the strip is fine. So it comes out of Cust's hands. It touches Cust's elbow. It doesn't touch his hand, but are they going to say it's a knock-on because it touches? I think that's a knock-on from Mikey Lewis. Because he has possession and then loses it into Cust. I've got a sneaky suspicion that he's actually going to give this. Because I don't think he's noticed that it touches Cust again. So the strip itself is fine. Okay. Okay, this is not going to be given, so that is fine. That's the right call. Well, he has possession after the strip, Alex. Strips the ball, has it in both hands, then hits him in the chest and then Cust, so that'll be a knock-on. There is a frame where he is holding the ball, kind of using part of his backhand on the on one of his hands, but he has taken possession. Alex, he has. He just has. So it's a scrum for FC, 10 metres out. Caesar, right to Cust, 2-on-1 maybe, steps off his right foot. He's going to play this 6 metres out near the right hand side of the field. Wrapping up. Now with Laidlaw. Ooh, smashed into by Litton. Damn. 10 metres out. Brad Fash. Back towards the short side right. He's smashed into the ground as well. What a hit by Jez Litton. Right at the sticks. They go in centre field to Cust. Left to Caesar. Across to Litton. Trying to get around Hiku. He wraps him up. Has to play this 15 metres out. Kemp. Back towards the middle with Caesar. Now Aiden. He'll play this about 13 metres out in centre field. Last tackle for FC. 4.5 minutes to go. Right to Cust. Now Caesar kicks the ball through. Decent chase from Hardacre. Can he collect it? No, he knocks the ball on. For a moment there, that looked like it just couldn't have been easier for Hardacre. Great kick from Caesar. Let's have a look at this. He was right there. It was, that could have been such an easy take. He let it bounce again. First of all, why did he let it bounce again? But, that could have been a try. They won't get many chances. They could have taken that. He stripped it. Was it play bounce off Lewis and Cuss? So playing, in my opinion. Well, if he stripped it, that means he's taking possession. But he's caused it to come out of his hands and then hit Cust again, so that is a knock-on. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's all done now. It's all done. Trying to keep up with work who scored. It was Booth. Hiku with a carry down the right edge up towards the 20. Who did you actually say, Kieran? I can't remember who Kieran said for first try scorer. Shifting it left to Lewis. 20 metres out. Cut out pass, but it's wayward out the back. Nearly in touch. Collected by Booth. Back towards the 40. Up towards the 30. You said Broadbent. Right, okay. He got the assist at least. Collected by Kemp. Cleanly enough. Up towards the 20. Good return from Kemp. Strip means under no possession, in my opinion. That's not how strips work, Alex. That's not how that works. Martin is brought down by Hiku. Up towards the 30. Burrow in centre field. Now wrapping her down the right edge. Up towards the 40. 2 tackles to go. Now on the 40 with Fash. Goes left to Caesar. Pops across to Litton. Calls him forward from the crowd. Last tackle. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Short side left to Caesar. Just drills the ball low. Bounces plenty of times. Collected or controlled by the feet of Morg. Picks it up. Then down the short side right to Davies. Cuts back towards the middle. Wrapped up by Brad Fash short of the 30. Mixed carry from Batchelor. Short of the 40. FC slow to get up here. And a penalty for KR. A couple of times there's been some entanglements from FC. Lane and Borough have both been culprits. And that's the first time they've been punished for it. More Robin FC wrapping out of a try. Disgusting. When? When did that happen? Anyway. Hull KR with a minute to go. Second tackle. Just over 20 metres out in centre field with May. Goes left to Lewis. Skips past a few up towards the 10. .45 seconds to go. In centre field with Minchella. Pops it across to Hadley. Slammed into the ground. 10 metres out. Fourth tackle. In centre field, Litton. On his left to Luckley. Trying to spin. 4 defenders in the tackle. He's going to be stopped 2 metres in front of the try line. Ball pops out, actually. Still live ball. May launches it right to Hiku. Bounces. Collected by Davies. Cuts back towards the middle. Takes it back over the 10. And they'll play this 6 metres out. Down the right edge of the field. How is that not a 6 again? How is that not a 6 again? Penalty for KR. I don't even know what happened there. I missed that. How can you have both hands wrapped around a player on the ground and not give away a 6 again? So Caesar was in the way of the ruck, and there's a penalty for KR. They'll likely take 2 here. Caesar does not get out of the way. I'm not mad at Caesar, but like, how is that? I'm mad at the ref for not giving a 6 again. How is that not a 6 again? They will go for 2. 40 minutes on the clock. Hooter has sounded, just waiting on this conversion. I'll get the 6 ready. I reckon he'll get it. Slightly awkward, but easy enough to get. So Morgan missed 2 of 2. It's 20 metres out, near the outside marking. Fairly tricky. This will likely be the last thing of the half. Morg to make it 6-0. Steps up, and the kick is... It's no good. He's missed 3 of 3. Right then, that is half time. There you have it. You might as well take Morg off the duties now. You might as well. Get Mikey Lewis back on him. Who else could do it? Lytton, I guess, kind of could as well. But yeah. I see silly mistakes from both teams and a crap ref, no bias involved. Yeah, it's not been the cleanest, but KR still looking close enough to their usual selves. FC, I think they've elevated their performance a little bit. You know, Wigan did it against KR the first time around. Leeds did it on both occasions. Lee did it when they beat them a few weeks back as well. They've got to move the ball. They've got to keep spreading the ball. You're not going to beat KR through the middle. You know, there's very few teams that can compete based on the size of their pack. Leeds are obviously one. Wigan kind of can. Saints kind of can as well. But you've got to move the ball, which FC are doing. They are moving the ball. They're finding good meters out wide. So it's been okay from FC. They've completed at a high enough rate, so that definitely helps. But KR had the better possession so far. Looked like the more dangerous side. FC's had some decent territory inside the red zone, but they've not really put much together that looks like opening up the Robins. They've had 1 or 2 moments down the right edge where it looked like there could have been some space, but they didn't really do much else with it. But it's been solid. I'd say this scoreline feels about right. Like if it was 8-0 to KR, I think it'd probably be spot on, something like that, based on how the game feels, but I think the scoreline's about right. FC having a solid game, in my opinion, especially for the score difference we've all been expecting. Yeah, I agree. I still think Leeds are light in the forwards when Bentley and McDonald are both on. Well, they're back rowers, so they don't have to worry too much about the carries. I think McDonald is quite a big body anyway, but I just mean like the guys up front. So you're looking at Aledzki, Jenkins, Holroyd, Cassell in recent weeks, bloody hell, and then of course Lasoni. Palacia, of course, when he plays in the front row, but I quite like Palacia at 13, if I'm honest. Quite like him at 13. Okay. So not a bad half there. Where are we at for subscribers? We're up to 11,689. Just 11 away from 11.7. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you leave a like on the stream, helps to get out there to more people. If you scan the QR code, you can become a member. Bunch of perks on there. Watkins over Palacios at 13, but I agree he is good at 13. I don't mind either, to be honest, Ramon man. I don't mind either. Watkins has settled in quite nicely. But I don't mind either. I just think if I had to put Palacios in somewhere, it's at 13 over 8 or 10. But he's still a great carrier. Did I forget to end the poll? Yes, I did. I forgot to end the poll as well. Oh, well. There you go. Keep Morgan kicks. Maybe. Bring Doro on for the first 10 minutes and have him just run at Caesar over and over. Really hope FC can keep up this intensity. If KR get an early try, they'll get a quick double. They might do. Bringing Tanganoa on over Luckley is a weird change too. I think Tanganoa actually has been a decent impact sub this year. It's been pretty good. Happy with that Morg can't kick, and we could have had a penalty try for that Hardacre tackle off the ball. But quite happy. Which one are you talking about, Finn? You mean the one where he dropped it, or am I just completely forgetting about a different one? Aletsky and Palacios to start at prop. Jenkins, Holroyd, Lasoni off the bench. If I'm honest, Ramon man, I quite like Jenkins to start, if I'm honest. I quite like him to start. But if Palacios does it, I'm not against it. Your boyfriend's messaging you saying he can't kick and the ref's bias. Just tell him to shut up or something like that. Like, tell him to piss off. Just get on his nerves. You're allowed to do it. You're allowed to do it. FC is getting started to get into this game a little bit. Give him a hug, you'll be okay. Just needs to take the chances. They do. Kind of feels like there's been a couple of times where they've gone down the right edge and there's maybe a gap between the back row and the centre, or the centre and the winger. Like, there's a gap that kind of forms down the left edge of defence for the Robins. Just a little bit. And then it's normally Rapinoe or Cust or Caesar. Sometimes they'll just kind of like, or Hardacre, will straighten up or tries to cut back inside. It's like, just if you see that gap, just keep going. You know, don't force it all the way to the touchline, but, you know, try and see if you can exploit that a bit. Something to focus on for the second half. Ref needs to start giving 6 again. Nana always said count to 3 once refs is held. Fair enough. How long is Reece Martin suspended for? That's a great question. I wish I knew the answer to that. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about 6 agains is they can be a little bit too subjective. I think they're a nice idea in principle. Like, if you know, to keep the speed of the game going, I think it's a nice idea. It just can be too subjective, which is the biggest problem with it. Unless you make it so the moment the ref says held, he has to count to a certain amount, and then if a player is still touching him at that point, then it's a 6 again, something like that. But depends what form of touching. Like, is it just a hand on the shoulder? Is it literally like keeping them pushed into the ground? Like, again, nice idea in principle, but it's can be subjective. Yeah, that's the thing, Ruben. It's what do you do? Oh, Paul. What an absolute beauty. Absolute beauty. Of course, with all donations comes the trumpet. Thank you very much, Paul. That's very kind of you. Very kind indeed. Oh. Oh, we had a free member. The thing is, if people join as free members on Patreon, it's not... There's no perks that come with it. There's just nothing... There's nothing to it, unfortunately. Six agains appear to be situational, not black or white. Yeah, but that's, you know, that's the thing that kind of makes it tricky. Sue would run right in this game? Maybe. Maybe. Sue would be important. SASA would be important. Price as well. Never been on Patreon in my life. Might have a look later. Fantastic. Well, the minimum tier, folks, by the way, for the Patreon membership is $4.99 a month. I'll just go through the perks now. Since I'm like going for a shameless plug, I might as well just, you know, let you guys know. So, there are 4 tiers. First tier is Grassroots. That's $4.99. Every tier gets all these things. They get, first of all, it's just general support for the channel. They get access to exclusive members-only chats, access to exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, shout-outs on YouTube for new members like they normally get now, 1 automatic entry into each monthly giveaway. So once I've got 10 active members, I'll be doing monthly giveaways. If you're a Grassroots member, you get 1 automatic entry. You get entry into members-only predictions leagues for both the NRL and Super League. You get entry into members-only fantasy leagues for both NRL and Super League, and any appearances on relevant YouTube videos or live streams that require members. So if you're a Grassroots member, you get 1 automatic entry. The next is First Grade, which is 2 entries. Next is Legend, which is 4 entries. And then Immortal is 10 entries. So there you go. Feel free to have a look. See if you want it. See if you fancy it. But the predictions leagues and fantasy leagues, they won't really happen until next year. But I can do a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff at least. And giveaways as well. We'll have 2 big derbies, the Hull Derby and then the Yorkshire Derby. I suppose. Thanks, Paul. Thank you very much. So kind of you. So kind. God, I'm getting bullied here. Where's the sharp system? Oh, Green Bay's on tonight. A bit more NFL. I do watch it. I know there's some other NFL fans in it. I'm a Green Bay fan personally. Big game tonight. 9:25. I'm excited. Let's go, baby. Let's go, champ. Jets versus Steelers. That'll be interesting. That'll be decent. Browns Bengals. That could be interesting as well. Seahawks 49ers. Maybe. Giants Commanders. That might be interesting. Isn't NFL on Channel 5 now? I think so. I think Sky still have it. I think. I might just be on both at this point. I probably dislike FC more after Bye gave Hull FC the win in Cardiff 20 years ago. Okay, our fans do my head in though. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I might put a poll up and see if people think FC will come back. One game on Channel 5 and one on 5 Action. Okay. Sky, 3 games tonight and some on Red Button. I'm going to check, actually. I'm going to check which ones I've got on. Hopefully they've got Green Bay, because I don't like having to watch on my PC. NFL. They do. Let's go. Sky Sports Action. You love to see it. Of course. One of the biggest games of the year. I think it's probably the biggest game of the day. Detroit versus Green Bay is probably the biggest one of the day, so that makes sense. So there's a poll in the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are. 8 votes at 50-50 at the moment. Will Hull FC come back and win? Is the question. Anyone get their alert on the phone? Yes. I did. I'd definitely watch NFL if it was on the Red Button. Well, it's on 5. It's accessible enough. Ooh, streams for next week. I know I'm likely going to miss one Super League playoff game because I'm out for a mate's birthday. So the rest I think I should be fine, but I think I'm going to miss one, and that'd be the semi-final of first place versus lowest remaining team. That's the one that I'm going to miss. So it could be a KR game versus somebody. Rob, do you want to tell everyone what you said about the alert? No. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Don't know what you're talking about. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing. Well, that's the positive, isn't it? At least we're not there. But for next week, let's just go through the... Okay, Leeds versus Catalans. I hate watching Catalans. I know Warrington's not been great, but Catalans are my least favourite team to watch this year. They're actually so bad. But Leeds versus Catalans, I guess I can do that one. Wigan versus Cass and Lee versus Saints. I might do a dual stream. I'm actually kind of thinking just focusing on one Lee versus Saints. Like, I might just focus on that. I might do a dual stream, Wakefield, Hull KR, and Hull FC versus Warrington. Yeah, okay. I'll probably do nearly all games next week. Here we are, back underway. Hull FC will kick to Hull Kingston Rovers. Morg hands it off to Luckley. And he takes it just short of the 20, push back a metre or two. Had to call your nan to make sure she was okay. She thought she got the jackpot on a bingo game. Jesus Christ. Next carry over the 30, up towards the 40 from Petter Hiku. Leeds vs Catalan in Perpignan was a dire watch. Mate, I just hate watching Catalans this year. I hate watching them. Next carry from Hadley, up towards the halfway line. Jez Litton scooting. He is wrapped up by Lafash. And Morg on the last tackle goes left to Lewis. Kicks from 45 metres out. Plenty of height on this one. Kemp underneath it. And it bounces off Kemp. Collected by Tanginoa 20 metres out. Early mistake from FC. They turn over the ball inside the red zone. Mistake from the young man. Luckily with the next carry. He's going to get an offload to Lewis. Takes it over the 10 and a few extra metres. Mikey Lewis will play this ball 4 metres out right at the post. Make that 2 metres actually. Kind of milking it a bit there, but Litton goes left to Minchella. Fakes a switch back, then switches back to Tanginoa. Takes it back over the 10. 5 metres out, left of the post. Litton. Across to May. Down the right edge now with Morg. Options possibly. Takes the carry himself. Stopped 2 or 3 metres short of the try line over on the right edge of the field. So now with May in centre field. Left to Lewis. Straightens up. Takes the carry in front of the left post. About 4 or 5 metres out. 2 minutes gone in the second half. 4th tackle. Litton. Goes right. And there's an incorrect play of the ball from Lewis. Incorrect play of the ball. Leeds need to win big if they want second place. 65 points difference with Wigan. What about next week? Have they got a... Oh, they've got Wigan. Yeah, they need a big win over Catalans, which they can get. Wigan can also get a big win over Castleford, but it might work out. Plus, they'll have Wigan in the last round. So maybe, if they win fairly comfortably, that can also help. We'll see. How long do you want to hold a player down for? Well, as long as possible, really. You know, some players in the middle of a game, they just fancy a cuddle, don't they? You know. Who am I to judge? Next carry out the back of the scrum. Briscoe, eating up a few metres down the right-hand side. Rapiner scoots from dummy half over the 20. Rovers getting uncomfortable. Too early to tell, maybe. There's an offload to Kemp. Wrapped up on the 20. Rapiner. Now with Lafash. Takes the carry through centre field. A few metres shy of the 30. Burrow. Now Aiden. Out the back to Caesar. Then across to Cust. Now Rapiner. Good metres over the 40. There's a break here. Flicks it back to Briscoe. Decent break there for Hull FC. Cust on the last. Back towards the middle to Aiden Caesar. Kicks towards the back right. Morg looking for this one. Collects it just in front of the try line. That's well placed. Returns it over the 10. Oh dear. That looked uncomfortable. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, game is stopped at the moment. Rappiner's down for FC. Morg is down for KR. Oh no, that looked awful. Great break from FC. Rapiner flicks it back to Briscoe. Bold move, but he got it done. There's a missed tackle there from Mikey Lewis and then from Broadbent. Tanganoa couldn't get him wrapped up, but then gets Briscoe wrapped up. What happened? So there was a kick towards the back right, collected by Morg just in front of the try line. Returns it over the 10. Kind of has enough room to skip between 2 defenders and they can kind of keep a hold of him. Then one comes in from slightly behind and to the side. Into his legs. So his legs kind of bent inwards at the knee, sort of. It wasn't like a full-on snap. You know when you get some really awkward ones where the foot's just like the other way. It wasn't like that, but it just looked really awkward and awful. Late tackle will be Sinbin. I might need to see it again in terms of timing. I don't know. I'd need to see it again. I didn't think Sinbin initially, but... Oh, well. What's it going to be?
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You ballless get, Campbell. You dickhead.
They're saying a hip drop tackle, so that's going to be a yellow card for Aiden. Let's have a look again, though. Oh, that is a hip drop. So it's not even... I think it's Laidlaw that is the one that makes it awkward, but it's a hip drop from Aiden. Yeah, hip drop from Aiden. Fair enough. Right, let's get this added on. Okay. Not even seen if Morg is okay or not yet. I've not even seen. Yes, if anyone's new here, we've got a soundboard. And that's the yellow card one. We're just waiting on a red card now. There's even a Warrington Wolves try animation, but I've not really been able to use it that much this year, to be honest. But we'll have loads of fancy stuff for next year. Just you wait. Hull KR on the third tackle. With the extra man. Offloads it to Hiku. Up towards the 20. He's going to play it about 17 metres out in centre field. Could be a 6 again. It is a 6 again. Hiku slow to get up. Ooh, he's limping. Lytton goes left to Minchella. Straightens up into Kemp. Stopped on the 10 in centre field. 5 minutes gone. Lytton between the sticks will go himself. Lytton is in, I'm pretty sure. Looked held up for a second, but I didn't see it grounded properly. They are going to check it. On-field decisions a try. Video ref will have a look. This could be a try for Lytton. Jez Lytton. Hull KR. Just to be clear about that one. I just didn't see it actually hit the grounding. Like, I actually didn't touch the ground. That's what I meant to say. I didn't see it. I just saw it kind of held up afterwards. Oh yeah, that's good. That's all good. There you go. Simply done. So, yellow card for Hull FC. KR march up the field. Get a 6 again. And, yeah, try between the sticks. That is going to be 10-0 in a second. There we go. There we go. Quick double incoming, maybe. It's good to see that FC are actually getting called on these 6 agains, though, because there was a few that they were let off with initially. But they're getting called now. Oh, Italian Grand Prix spoilers. If anyone was planning on watching them, just mute the stream now. Verstappen won. I want to see what was the rest of the results. DNF, of course. Lance Stroll 80. Lance Stroll is so garbage, man. Get him out the sport, please, for the love of God. What a pointless driver. Absolutely pointless driver. Back underway. KR have possession on their own 10. Luckily with a carry up towards the 20. Yeah, there was a few. There might have been some KR ones as well. I can't quite remember. I know FC, there's been some that should have been called that weren't. And there might have been some from KR, just haven't really. They're not locked in. Team orders at McLaren again. Oh, right, okay. Damn. It's down the right edge with Davies. Inside FC territory. 7 minutes gone in the second half. 2 more tackles to go. May, now with Lytton. Shifting it left, or carries it straight up over the 30. Last tackle. That's slow. That is very slow. Left to Lewis. Kicks from 25 metres out towards the back left. This will land on the 10. Not a great kick from Lewis. I think that comes off Briscoe. Booth back inside but knocked on by Kemp. I think this will be KR's ball. I think this will be KR's. Really? Okay. Okay, I think. Right. FC have possession just over their own 20. Second tackle. Wrapping it with a carry back over the 30. 8 minutes gone in the second half. Now with Lafache. Jammed into by Hadley. Lance Stroll living up to his name. Fair enough, George. Fair enough. Shocking. Shocking, that, George. It's Peter that normally comes in with the puns. Or stuff along those lines. KR in possession. 15 out from their own try line. Morg hands it off to Broadbent. Nearly lose the ball there. Takes over the 20. That's a loose carry. That is a knock-on from KR. He does call it. I thought he wasn't going to call it then. I was actually going to go mental at more. I was going to go mental. I don't go mental at refs, normally. I forgot to end this poll. "49 minutes on the clock. So it is only 10-0. This is important territory for FC. Don't force it. Complete the set. Turn over the ball in the corner if you can. That's all they've got to do. Turn it over in the corner. If they do come up with a try, great. It's game on. I'm all for it. But just be smart here. 20 metres out. Kust will go right to Rapiner. Stopped on the 20 as he falls over. 49.5 minutes on the clock. Next carry through centre field. About 15 metres out. Gardiner with the latest carry. Now with Caesar, switches back to Lafache, cuts towards the right-hand side, gets it to Hardacre, trying to get around one, offloads it to Rapiner, nearly lost possession there. He did lose it. Does anyone remember what I said about maybe 20 seconds ago? About completing a set? Anyone? Don't think that was a knock-on. Well, they are going to challenge. FC have turned so shit in these last few weeks. They've had ups and downs. Their performance against Lee a few weeks back was fantastic. They were excellent. But I think without Price and Asiata, they've had to do a lot of adjusting, which is like the first time around without them, it took them a bit of time, but they eventually got there. Then they came back in, looked and felt kind of comfortable, and then had to deal with the change again. So they've been through a lot of changes. But I think they've done a fairly good job. I think it's a loose carry, but I don't think it ever really touches Broadbent or like drops it into him. Tough to tell though. Might end up being inconclusive. Does it touch his leg? I didn't see that. This is going to be a knock-on. Challenge unsuccessful, I think. Oh, yeah, I see. I just didn't... In that frame, I just didn't pay attention to that bit. But yeah, on that replay, I saw it. Hull were very poor last week after 15 minutes when SASE went off. Seemed to knock them down. It did. Had no presence at all. Absolutely none. Hull FC have good pieces all around. That's the thing with their lineup. They've got a good pack. They've got good players in the backs. A decent kicking game. Decent carries. Decent creativity. Like, a little bit of everything is all, like, average to good. But they need a few areas to kind of elevate next season. So they're kind of good in most areas. They just need that. They need to take a next sort of step up in a few of those areas. 51 minutes gone. I agree, Alex. That was high, but wasn't given. Down the right edge now with May up towards their own 40. Pushed towards the touchline by Martin. Ball nearly came loose, but May keeps a hold of it. He's not happy. Batchelor with a carry up towards the halfway line. Fourth tackle. Lytton. Udoro's on. Strong carry inside FC territory. 51.5 minutes on the clock. Lytton on the last. Out the back to Lewis. Puts boot to ball. Collected on the full. 5 out from Kemp. And he takes it up towards the 10. Doro, Hadley and Minchella all there to stop him. Kust. Now with Briscoe. Bumps off a few. Shifting towards the right. Offloads to Rapiner. He's now up towards the 20. Stop near the right touchline. Hardacre gives it to Briscoe for the next carry. Steps past Doro up towards the 30. And a few extra metres there. It's a good carry there from Briscoe. Catching Doro out there. And I was going to say 6 again. It's a penalty for FC. I'm not sure. Is it just his leg in the way there? Didn't look intentional from Doro, but maybe just got kind of wrapped up in that. Let's have a look. I've seen worse. There's no intent there from Doro. I don't think it was intentional. But it's a penalty for FC anyway. They'll start a fresh set just inside KR territory. Burrow, left to Caesar, pops it across the lane. Oh, that looked like a shoulder then. I could be wrong. It just looked like it for a split second. Shifting it right, 30 metres out. It's with Hardacre. He's going to play this 25 metres out. Aiden's got a minute to go in his sin bin. Koss goes left to Caesar. Across to Litton. Hiku gets a hold of him. Nearly in touch. Gets an offload. It's with Kemp. Carries up towards the 10. Not a knock on. It might have touched the KR player. I'm not too sure though. Caesar back towards the short side left. They have the numbers there. Lane pushes off one. Loses the ball. Mate. This is feeling a lot like Saints versus Wigan. FC are Saints in this scenario. They're in the game. Plenty of time. Good territory. Still second best. KR/Wigan not running away with it. But too many setting completions. Complete a set. Step 1. Doro with the carry for Hull Kingston Rovers. Takes it over the 30. 54.5 minutes on the clock. Second tackle for KR. Litton goes left to Hadley. Then Tanganoa. Carry meters. 1,148 for KR. 696 for Hull. Damn. Litton over halfway. Possible high shot from Rapiner. And it's a penalty for the Robins. Oh, that's not great. 55 minutes gone. Penalty for the Robins. A kick into touch. They'll start a fresh set 30 metres out. May waits at dummy half. He will go left to Doro. Takes a carry back over the 30 into Lafash. Good carry that. Ooh, Rapiner comes in with a late hit. Whoa! You guys saw that. Those watching it, you guys saw that too, right? May goes left to Lewis. Booth. Ooh. Jordan Rapiner, what are you getting up to, lad? What are you doing? It straight up looked like a punch into his stomach. It legit looked. He came in late, Doro's on the ground, and Rapiner punches him in the stomach. That's what it looked like. I didn't see like a fist go into him, but like from behind, that's what happened. There's a mess here at the moment. It's something to check, but there's a mess going on. I'd need to see it again, but mate. So Lewis couldn't quite get it grounded. FC push it over the dead ball line. It's going to be a dropout for FC. Rapiner is on something now. He is on something. So, Doro with the first carry, straight up towards the 30. We're allowed to push the defender off the ruck. That rule is very different every week as well. Not really. Just over 20 metres out, Litton in centre field. On his right to Lewis. Kicks the ball through and tries to chase it. Kemp is there. Lewis stops him with the help of Batchelor. 2 metres in front of his own try line. Lytton will scoot. Makes a metre or two. FC under a lot of pressure right now. A lot of pressure. But they're still within range. They can still win this, but... Oh, that's a big hit. Oh, Burrow comes in. He's not happy with Minchella. It's all kicking off. There isn't a red card, but I feel like playing it. Let's do it.
Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the drifting gate off! Get him off the field! That was diabolical!
There's a scrap. It's all kicking off now, folks. Let's have a look at this tackle. Oh, that's a shoulder. That's a shoulder. I think that's at least a card for Minchella, I think. Massive. I wouldn't say massive drop in height. There is a drop, but it's not a massive drop. I can get on... If it's a red, I'm not wildly upset about it. I can get on board with a yellow. I think between no card, yellow or red, I think I'm dead set on a yellow here. The mitigation is that there is a loss of height. I'm okay with a sin bin here. So that is going to be...
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You ballless get Campbell. You dickhead.
That is fair. That is completely fair, in my opinion. Nothing wrong with that. So, yellow card for Minchella. Both with a yellow in this game so far. Is this the door now open for FC? Maybe. Maybe. Game's not gone after all. It's fair, but Rapper should be red for punch on Doro. I do want to see it again, though, Alex. Like, on a different angle, I want to see it again. .58 minutes and 24 seconds stopped on the clock. Minchella has now been sent to the bin for 10 minutes. So, one each. This game deserves a trumpet. So FC might try and move the ball around a bit more here, but they need to make sure that they complete sets. They've got to complete sets, otherwise they throw this away. I want FC to score just to... I want it to be a good game. As a neutral, I want it to be a good game. Which it's kind of been so far. Bit of spice in there, so I'm all for it. So with Aiden in centre field over the halfway line. On the third tackle. Fourth tackle now coming up. He'll play this on the 40, just right at centre field. 59 minutes gone. Plays it for Burrow. Now with Cust in centre field. Alabat to Caesar. They've got the numbers down the left here. Kemp over the 30. Wrapped up by May and Hiku. 25 metres out. Lane gives it to Caesar on the last. Kicks from 30 metres out towards the back left. Morg underneath it. Collects it cleanly. 5 out from the try line. Now over the 10. Still stepping up towards the 30. Good return from Morg. And the next carry from Broadbent. Looked awkward, but he makes about a metre or two. Morg on his left to Hiku. Takes it over the 40 for the Robins. Watts is back on as well. 20 minutes to go. Still plenty of time. But FC will really need to take advantage of this sin bin here. Broadbent over the halfway line down the left edge. Wrapped up on FC's 40. Last tackle coming up. And a box kick from Lytton. Down the left touchline, finds touch behind the 10. Well placed kick there from Lytton. Takes a bit of time off the clock. And puts FC on their own 10. Watts is going to play this on the 10 for Borough in a second. Now plays it. Goes left to Martin. Makes about 2 metres. Tell me how you really feel, guys. Borough, now with Watts in centre field. Over the 20. A few metres shy of the 30. 61 minutes gone. Third tackle. Right to Cust. Calls from forward from the crowd. And it is. Hull, I'm going to get so pissed off at you in a second. I mean, I already am, but I'm going to go mental in a minute. I'm 7 subscribers away from 11.7k. Splendid. Lewis will play this into or feed the ball into the scrum 30 metres out. It's right to Davies. Makes about 5 metres. Ruben's lost it. He's lost his mind now. Lytton goes left to Hadley, takes it over the 20. 62.5 minutes on the clock. Plays it for Lytton in centre field. Left to Mikey Lewis, switches back to Tanganoa. About 13 metres out, left to centre field. Third tackle. Lytton goes right to May. Then back to the left with Lewis. Goes himself, stopped on the 10. Rapiner is getting stuck in here. Cust and Lewis going at it. A spin from Broadbent, he's in. This could be a try for the Robins. Just given straight up, there's no check or anything like that. Cust is too busy getting stuck into Mikey Lewis because you are losing the game. You are losing the game and you're starting shit with Mikey Lewis. Are you thick as pig shit? Utter stupidity. When I say this is not to diminish the efforts of Hull KR, because I think they've done a lot of good stuff. But the amount of stupidity shown from Hull FC today to basically throw this game away is ridiculous. KR have been the better team. If it was still 0-0 at this point, if it ended 0-0, you could comfortably say KR deserved to win. But at this point, I think between either KR deserving the win or FC deserving the loss, I'm leaning towards FC deserving the loss. But that is not to say that KR haven't earned this, by the way, just to be clear. But my God, the level of stupidity from FC today. The completion rate has been poor. Been gifted a lot of good territory. Another miss there from Moore. Get him off the kick-in. My God. 15.5 minutes to go. Just stupidity. When you get in good territory, you lose possession. Oh my God. If I'm Cartwright in that situation, I'm not even bullshitting you. If I'm a head coach in that situation, Cust goes off for me. Callum Kemp comes on, Cust goes off. Absolutely moronic behaviour. I think I would have taken Rappner off as well at this point. Hardacre back to centre. Fashett in the back row, something like that. Utter moronic behaviour. 14.5 minutes to go. Minchella still in the bin. Caesar hasn't kicked well. Some of the kicks have been dodgy. I think his kicking's been, like, fine, but nothing spectacular. Completion rate. Hull FC's completion rate is actually 1% better. Somehow. But the reason why I'm more frustrated with Hull FC is because they are the underdogs. Because they can't make up for it in other areas. So if you can't make up for it in other areas, you have to complete at a high enough rate. KR can get away with this stuff. Clock is stopped anyway. 65 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock. We got a player down for FC when he's getting his head wrapped up. Didn't see who it was. Who else other than Lusoni and Arthur is Hull signed for next year? I'm not sure, actually. Not sure. It's Borough. Borough that got his head wrapped up. So scrum for FC, 25 metres out. They go right to Kemp, switches back to Briscoe. Cuts back towards the middle. That is forward by a mile. Scrum for KR on their own 20. Davies takes a carry down the right edge. Next carry from KR. Stop just short their own 40. My God. Michael Lewis with the carry over FC's 40. Trying to get some elbows into his face. Where's the 6 again? I'm more pissed about this game than I was Warrington yesterday. I never regular viewers will know that I do not lay into referees. They know that I don't. Because I never say any personal stuff, because that personal stuff is... It doesn't fly with me. It's not on. I don't tend to look at refs or lean into them about stuff, because I think it's ultimately on the teams to be the masters of their own fate. But Liam Moore is pissing me off with these 6 agains. And Hull FC are getting right on my nerves with this completion. Right on my nerves. I'm a Wire fan, for clarification. For anyone that doesn't know, I'm a Wire fan. Hull FC are pissing me off. Saints yesterday were pissing me off. I just absolutely hate when teams cannot do the basics. Even Leeds the other day as well. Last tackle for FC, 11 minutes to go. Wayward stuff out the back to Caesar. Kicks from just behind halfway. Morg returns it up towards the 30. May hands it off to Davies. Stop just short of the 40. Who are favourites? I think Leeds are peaked a little too early. I don't really buy that argument about peaking too early. I don't buy that argument at all. For any team, really. I think Leeds are the strongest in the comp right now. But it's very close. Well, that's Warrior Hargreaves wrapping his arm around the leg. Yeah, that is a penalty for FC. That is fair. How do you think I felt about Josh Maguire when Warrington got him? Honestly, got right on my nerves. Ashworth with a strong carry over the 30. 25 metres out. Oh, the sin bin's done as well, by the way. Forgot to sort that out. Nine minutes to go. Second tackle, shifting it right. Across to Rapiner. Going himself, flicks it on. Finally, something from FC. Oh my God. That's a try for the black and whites. If Hanley, Palacia, Holroyd and Jake Connor come back 100%, we have a chance. Absolutely. Finally, something from FC. It's an important kick as well. If they can score again fairly soon, there's, it's game on. Eight minutes to go. Rapiner should be off lol, possibly. Hardacre with a kick from the touchline to make it 14-6. Tough one. He steps up and the kick from Hardacre is... looks alright. Oh, it hits the post. It hits the post. Didn't quite have the legs as well. It was close anyway. Well, FC just needed the try at least. I don't know, Alex. I don't know. It's been... Moore has been awful. Absolutely awful. And so have FC. KR haven't been that great, but clearly better. I don't really have complaints about KR. But FC have been... they've thrown this game away. Back underway, Martin hands it off to Laidlaw. He'll play this 15 out from his own try line. 7 minutes to go. Aiden up towards the 20. Plays it for Burrow. It's now with Ashworth down the right edge over the 30. Sorry, what? Incorrect play of the ball, right. His boot came loose, so his sock slipped on the grass. I'm not sure, Minecraft man, I'm not sure. Wait, is that Harry, by the way? Just to be clear, is that Harry? 6 minutes to go. Scrum for KR 20 metres out. They go right to May. Right to Hiku. 15 metres out. A few metres shy of the 10. Do you think FC would have won it if it wasn't for a mistake every 2 minutes? They were in the game. Absolutely in the game. What they did in the first half was clean enough. If they kept it up, they could, it could be a lot closer. I still think KR have been the better team anyway. But they would have been in the fight at least. Warrior Hargreaves with a carry. He's going to play about 6... I was going to say the two numbers then. About 6 metres out. There's a spin from Leyland. Takes it over the try line, but he's going to be held up. He is held up. He'll play this on the 10 with 5 minutes to go. Lewis goes right to Minchella. Out the back to May, under pressure from Caesar. Launches it over the top. Try for Davies in the corner. Well, that secures it. That seals it. Fully earned for KR. They have clearly been the better team by a country mile. FC threw this game away. I think both can be true at the same time, even though it sounds a little bit contradictory, but I think KR have earned this one, and FC have thrown this away. So 18-4, the kick to come. Sure, why not? So that is going to be, basically, that's game over. Now I'm questioning who would do better in playoffs, Wakefield or Hull FC, because they're both shit. Well, this is what I was thinking, Dingle. This was my thought process behind playoffs, because if Wakefield had the best run, or the easier run, right? So my assumption was, if FC get into playoffs, it must mean that they would have to upset Lee and Leeds and Saints and KR possibly to get in. So if Hull FC got into playoffs, they would have upset a few playoff teams in order to get in there. So they would have been the most competitive option, which would have made all of playoffs great. But Wakefield have been so shit recently, or they've really taken a step back recently, that they might be gifting 6th to Hull FC. So, kind of neither. I trust neither. But I was thinking, if Hull FC made it, it would have been off the back of getting upsets, which they might not even need to do that much. Kick from Morg. It's no good. Just over 3 minutes to go. 18-4 it remains. Just not his day, I guess. Wakefield burned their season when they beat Leeds. Been completely dire since that game. A little bit. A little bit. Fans singing, "You going back to your shithole." Interesting. If FC make top 6, hopefully they play good, because when they play good, I think they can beat anyone. Yeah, they can. I think I trust FC's upset potential a bit more than Wakefield's. Both are having to change a lot with their lineups, which doesn't help. But we will see. I think anyone in the top 5 have a chance. Least likely for me right now is Lee of the top 5, because they need Offengawi back, I think. I think Wigan next best chance after Lee. Wigan and Saints next best chance after Lee, and then I've got Leeds like just the tiniest amount above KR based on form right now. It's now in the hands of Hardacre. Stop 15 out from his own try line. Burrow goes right to Briscoe, takes it over the 20. Hull FC, you're embarrassing. The biggest joke in Hull. Australian players are shit, overrated, overpaid, and get rid of Cartwright, and all shit permanently injured. These Australian players are absolutely shy. Well, that sounds like a bit of an overreaction, I think, to the season overall. The game, I understand getting frustrated at the game, but the season, I wouldn't. I think is a bit of an overreaction. Out the back to Kemp. Kicks from his own 30. Minute and a half to go. Straight into the hands of Morg. Over the 30. Gets it across. Bit of room down the left edge. Broadbent steps off his left. Got a player down. We got a KR player down. Did Rapiner have something to do with that by any chance? Was it Rapiner? Yeah, that was Rapiner. So a minute to go. Oh, that is awful from Ashworth. I didn't even spot that. I don't know when that was, but that is awful. Was that just then, actually? Or, I don't know. And there's a...
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You ballless gate, Campbell. You dickhead.
Rapiner finally gets to go sit down. KR, 30 seconds to go, down the right edge with Hiku. Up towards the 20. Don't mind if KR score here. FC deserve everything they get after this absolute shite. Dorrow, left to Whitbread, now with May. Across to Lewis. Steps off his left foot over the 10. Just a few metres out near the left touch line. 12 seconds to go. Plays it for Leyland. Goes himself. Spins. Stopped just in front of the try line. 5 seconds to go. One more play possibly. And they'll just sit on him. That's full time. Well, basically, there's another penalty that should have been given. Because even though it's the end of the game, they were laying on for too long. And it should be a penalty for KR, but it's not. So, I never talk about refs in this way ever, really. But Liam Moore, that was shit. That was utter shit. Hull KR were fine. As per usual, fine through the middle. Kicked fairly well towards the corners. Defended quite solidly as well. They were disciplined enough. Few errors in there. Few penalties. Nothing crazy though. But mate, FC. First off, decent effort. Under a bit of pressure. Couldn't really work the ball out their own end. A couple times a shift towards the edges. Find some yards. Which was alright. It was okay stuff in the first half. But second half, the errors, the penalties, the stupidity from Lane. Should have been a lot more 6 against. The stupidity from Borough, or Borough, however you pronounce it. The stupidity from Rapiner. Ashworth with an elbow into Mikey Lewis as well. Rapiner with a possible punch on Dorrow as well. That just went completely unnoticed. FC, just dirty. All that second half especially, just dirty. I think they were an utter shite in possession as well. And fully deserve a loss. They were embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Okay, so to finish then, if you've not subscribed, please do. What are we at? 11,693, 7 away from 11.7k. If you've not followed on TikTok yet, please do. All the links are in the description. If you want to become a member of the channel, you can scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description. Check out the perks if you fancy any. So yeah, have a gander at those. Join the Discord if you want to as well. Link in the description. But yeah. Well, it was an interesting game. Interesting game. See you, mate. Great stream. Thank you, Alex. Thank you very much. So yeah, thank you to all those that stopped by. If you are here for the first time, welcome. I'm not normally this mad about stuff, to be clear. Normally, a positive influence on the community. Maybe, maybe not. See you, Minecraft man. Thank you for stopping by, David. So yeah, if it's your first time here, thanks for stopping by. If it's not and you were, a bit quiet, didn't really comment, that's all right. Just welcome back anyway. So quick look at streams for next week. I will likely do Leeds vs Catalans. On Friday, I might skip Wigan vs Cass. I might skip that one just to do Leeds vs Saints on its own. Then I'll probably do a dual stream, Wakey vs KR and Hull FC vs Warrington. Both have major playoff implications. And then Sunday is Giants vs Salford. I might just skip that one. We'll see. We will see. Final week. Jesus. Final week. They're all on at... Do you know what? Actually, Friday the 19th, they're all on at 8 o'clock. I can do like a Soccer Saturday type thing. Have all the games on at once. I can't watch them all. I can maybe pick one. Whichever one is the most important and stick with that. It probably Wigan vs Leeds or Hull vs Warrington. That could be for the League Leaders Shield then if other stuff, happens or whatever. We'll see. We'll see, but that could be interesting. Okay, I'm going to call it a day there. All links in the description, go check it out. Join the Patreon if you want to as well. Check out the perks. And yeah, follow me on TikTok as well. That'd be greatly appreciated. But thank you for stopping by. Congrats, Hull KR. Deserve that one. FC. Have a word, mate. Have a word. Final trumpet to end it. All right. Have a great rest of your weekend. See ya.